Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda, Jnana Paddhati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshmyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagwan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti has his 5 phase. Agora Murti has his 5 phase. Vamadeva Murti has his 5 face. Satyojata Murti has his 5 face. Ishana Murti has his 5 face. All these 5 Murtis, 5 faces put together is 25 faces of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and Nithyananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas, are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada, the science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. When you choose your Guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity which is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati for power of decreasing the loans. Ashta Maha Shakti powers. Here, let's go to powerful cognition from Bhagavan Satsang, Bhagavad Gita decoded.
Transform our life, except wasting time, there is no other result. And what is happened here is not truth. Please be very clear. Whatever I spoke, whether it is truth or lie, will be decided only by the result of the words on your consciousness. If you are able to experiment with those words, one more important thing, please understand, you don't have to completely do it. If you have the courage to experiment, that's enough. If you just have the courage, and you, after all he is talking all these things, why not test with these words? He is sitting and shouting for 3 hours. Why not test for 2-3 days? If that much of courage you have, that's enough. Nothing else is necessary. One thing, if that doesn't happen, me sitting and shouting, talking is like a Indian political meetings. Especially if you are in South India. Whether you want it or not, you have to hear some political meeting every year. Because they will put the loudspeaker throughout the city. Nothing can be done. One real incident. One day I was coming from a place called Pudukkottai in Tamil Nadu. From that place to our Bangalore ashram. On the way, suddenly we started hearing loudspeaker noise for 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers loudspeaker on the road, main road. And that guy who is speaking is using all slang words. And not even a single decent word. Except except the 2, 3 there is no other decent word. There is no other decent word. Complete slang words. And we can't escape because if you cross that road, you have to listen. 10 kilometers. And India, 10 kilometers takes at least half an hour. The roads are also great. Roads. Half an hour. And he is shouting, putting the loudspeaker. Unfortunately, we have to cross the stage also. The stage is also just next to the road. I was surprised. Only 4 old ladies are sitting in front of the stage. Really? On the stage there are more people than below the stage. On the stage, more people are there than below the stage. I asked one brahmachari. Somehow, fortunately, I did not stay in South India for a long time. In the young age itself, I left South India. I asked him, what is going on? He is talking all these slang words. Then the brahmachari said, what is this, Swamiji? He is speaking so decently. He is speaking so decently. Why are you blaming him? I said, is this decency? He said, Swamiji, you have not heard political meetings. That is why you are saying this slang. It is so decent. And I asked him, what is this? Only 4 old ladies are sitting there. No, Swamiji, that is why they put speaker 10 kilometers so that people can listen from the house itself. They don't have to come to the meeting. They can listen sitting in the house itself. And you don't have to go to meeting. Please understand, if we don't have the courage to experiment with the truths which we learned, this meeting also will become one more political meeting. That's all. Nothing else. Small story. Like this one political meeting. The guy, he got out of the mic, started speaking. Went on and on and on. Slowly few people left. Then few more people left. By and by, finally one guy is sitting. Only one old man with that shawl is sitting. Went on and on and on. Finally, somehow, I think he felt very tired. He stopped and he thanked everybody who is attending. No, really, in that political meeting also I heard. He is telling, oh dear people who are here like ocean. Only 4 ladies are sitting. I thought that 4 ladies are spitting and creating ocean. They use the betel nut and betel leaf. They continuously spit. I thought he is mentioning about that ocean. And he is telling, oh, people who are here in front of me like ocean. And he goes on. And I thought that 2, 3, 4 ladies who are sitting and spitting and making ocean. And these old ladies in the house, there will be always some fight with daughter-in-law. Where to go and sit? Some good entertainment. Let us go and sit there. Anyhow, in the end, they will give you some sari and something. Or you can get something, or if you don't get anything, you can remove some 2, 3 flag and bring it to the house to wipe your ground. Wipe the ground. At least you will get 2, 3 flag which is hanging there. You will get something. So for that reason, the 2, 3 old ladies go and sit there. And this guy finished his lecture. Only one old guy was sitting. He asked, I am so happy you are waiting for, at least you are sitting and listening. That guy said, No, I am the owner of the mic system. I am waiting for the mic system. I have to pack up and take the whole thing. Then this guy says, please forgive me, sorry, I did not bring the watch. That's why I don't know how long I am speaking. At least you should have put one watch here in front of me. I would have known the time and I would have stopped in time. The old man said, we forgot the watch, that is true. But we put the calendar, at least that you should have seen. We forgot the watch, but we have put calendar. At least you should have seen the calendar. These politicians, when they start speaking, and especially when you don't have people in front of you, they have courage. Nobody will throw stones. See, no problem. Whatever you want, you can speak. People can't throw stones from the house. When they are sitting in the house, either they listen or don't listen. No, you can't even escape. Simply you have to listen. When they are in the house, the danger of throwing stones is not there. So, they can speak whatever they want. If there is a crowd in front of them, then they don't speak much. They take care, because people may throw stone or something. Some problem may happen. Otherwise they go on and on and on. It never ends. Please understand, if we don't practice, if these words does not work on us, if we don't work with these words of Krishna, this meeting also will be one more political meeting, that's all. Maybe polite political meeting, that's all. Maybe polite. But please don't make this as one more political meeting. Let these words penetrate you. Let you experiment with the truth, with the words. If you don't experiment, at least be very clear mentally. I think whatever he is speaking is not truth. He is simply telling something, whatever he heard here and there, and this is not for me. At least let you be mentally clear that this is not truth. If you believe this is truth, then execute. If you think this is not truth, you will not be here. You will not come every day, and you will not sit here 3 hours. Even if you don't have any other work, naturally TV is there. You can sit with TV. You would have sat with TV. And there are so many other places to go. You choose to be here. You choose to listen. That itself shows you start thinking there is some truth behind these words. So when you think there is some truth, never wait to experiment with these words. Have courage and experiment it. Take one single idea. You don't even experiment. You don't even have to practice whole Gita. Take one single idea, one single concept, and imbibe that one thing to the core. To the core, let your whole being vibrate with that single thought. Vivekananda says, when you take up single idea, your blood should boil with that idea. Even your hair should stand towards that direction. Your bone, your thoughts, your body, your mind, the whole thing should be directed towards that one concept. Then success is sure. No doubt, success is sure. Please.
Let's go to the Shastra Pramana.
278. मरणं घात्यते तेन सकेनापि न घाध्यते तस्य स्यात् परमा सिद्धिर् अणिमादिगुणप्रदा वायुः सन्नचरते देहे रसवृद्धिर्भवेद् ध्रुवम् आकाशपनकजगल्तीयूसमपि वर्धते मरणं खाद्यते तेन सकेनापि न खाद्यते तस्य स्यात् परमा सिद्धिर् अणिमादिगुणप्रदा वायुः सनचरते देहे रसवृद्धिर्भवेद् ध्रुवम् आकाशपनकजगलप्तीयूसमपि वर्धते
Shastra Pramana. Shastra Pramana, the eternal unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures. Shiva Samhita 5.7678. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, death is eaten by him, he is eaten by none. He manifests the highest powers such as Anima, Lahima, Mahima. The Vayu, wind energy, moves equally throughout his body. The juice of the body also increases. The nectar exuding from the eternal lotus also increases in him. Bhagavan beautifully says how, even knowing all the truth, we are continuously holding our own cognition, not ready to give up our identity and live as Paramashiva is the only identity. The mind keeps on creating all the identities for it to survive, and we play all kinds of role to disguise it from our own self. It's so sad that we are doing something to ourselves and not knowing that it's happening. The conspiracy against us is the mind. The politician, how our own country he's swallowing, and nobody knows that, and still we believe that he is going to do the good. Same way Bhagavan says our mind is a worst politician. Even politician might do something good, but here he says the mind does not do anything good. It only puts us into delusion again and again whenever it gets an opportunity. Bhagavan says, raise ourselves to start living the higher identity, start becoming the authenticity, how we need to exist, who we are, and that only makes us the ultimate. Again and again, he reminds us into the space of completion and devotion. How even Krishna comes, we will only misuse him and will not be enlightened by. Even Krishna was there, Dronacharya was not given enlightened. Krishna was in human body, he was a divine, and living with Dronacharya, with such a Acharya, could not recognize Krishna, the divinity in him, nor understand anything, how he needs to go beyond his own self of worldly things to start living the highest space, nor he taught the dharma to his kid Ashwatthama and confused the Arjuna also. The way we exist not only affects us, affects everybody around us. And here Bhagavan beautifully says how we can establish ourselves and again remind ourselves to raise into the higher consciousness as our reality. Paramashiva is the only space for us to reside, and anything and other thing is given, it is only deluding us into more delusion. It is not giving us any more clarity other than how confused we are already in. Only us taking the step of declaring that I am Paramashiva, I walk from the space of Paramashiva, I talk from the space of Paramashiva. Bhagavan says even he lived the whole space of Ganesha when he was 3 years old. He used to play with Ganesha, eat with Ganesha, give food to Ganesha, brush the teeth with Ganesha. Everything he did was with Ganesha. living and enjoying his life with Leelas with Ganesha at the age of 3. Bhagavan says, living the presence of God again and again, living the presence of Guru, your higher self, who you are, again and again, that as an established space. You, even if you're so confused, even if you're having so much of dilemma, which more than Arjuna nobody could have, he says, even in such case, you will be liberated. That's why Bhagavan says the satsanga even liberates the asuras and animals and trees and even the bricks, he says, because just living and hearing those words again and again and again simply liberates us. Such a powerful cognition. With this powerful cognition, let's go to Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana, power of decreasing the loan. We have Periya Puranam, Devaram, song 1.92, first Tirumurai. Thiruஞான Sambandar was an Tirunavakarasar, visited together, and they had a severe drought. They prayed to Lord Shiva, who gave one padiga. Padi means allowance, and kasu means gold coins in Tamil. Padikasu, one padikasu. Every day, both of them, this was done so that they could use the padikasu for offering the food to the needy people. Sambandar got the padikasu at the Peetam in front of the hall, Mahabandapam, near the flag host, whereas Appar got his padikasu from the Peetam at the west side corridor. However, the gold that Sambandar received had less purity than the compared to the gold that Appar got. So Sambandar prayed to the Lord that he also gives the same quality of the gold, that he could feed his follower properly. This can be inferred from the hymn, which starts with the line, since it is the play of the Lord after Sambandar's hymn, he also started getting gold quality coins. It's so beautiful. Lord Shiva wanted to hear his hymns, so he gave less quality and got him to sing, and then gave him a better quality coins. How the comparison of coins they were doing only in the from the context of singing more hymns to Paramashiva. So Sambandar was not comparing like a human being, but comparing what could I do? What could I drop more to make you pleased, for you to accept me and to give me more? In only the context of understanding that how less I should be myself and how more I should be yourself, then I will start manifesting what you want. Only from that context they live, they gain all the greatest wealth and live that wealth and do the charity with that wealth. Such a high way of living. Now from Apta Pramana, let's move to Atma Pramana, Bhagavan's Leelas.
The question is from London Paduka Mandir. Ross, I want to come for inner awakening. Swamiji, can you do something please to take away my doubt or pattern that stops me from spending my savings as a pensioner, so that I can come with the belief that money will come with ease. Ross Sivalani from
Ross,
London
first
Paduka
thing,
Mandir.
inner awakening is not expense you will be doing. It will be the best investment you will be doing it on yourself. Actually, earlier I was giving the whole program free. Unfortunately, people don't open their heart unless they open their packet. No, really. Even now I am seeing whenever I give a free program, after the first session, 40% people are missing. Second day, only 30% people sit. If it's a 5-day, 6-day program, I have to be sitting all alone. That is when I decided, let me talk to people in their language. Even now, the whole inner awakening, whatever I teach, whole thing is available in the YouTube, in my channel freely. Paying for inner awakening itself is a religious action. That itself makes you matured to listen and receive. Now, I saw it experientially. Unless you do that, you don't open up. I am seeing, now I am handling millions of people in last 12-13 years of my life. That is the reason I kept the money, and I tell you, never, when somebody has an intention, money will be a problem. And I am powerful enough to shower you with wealth the moment you have intention to be here to learn. I will not allow the money to be a black cage for your enlightenment. Understand? I am uttering these words with a lot of responsibility. And Rose, I tell you, you will have wealth just like that. You will be here to attend the inner awakening. I just wanted to ask one thing. How many of you just made the intention, simply money happened, time, everything happened, and you attended the inner awakening? Raise your hand. Just raise the hand. Rose, please look around. Just look around, see the hands up. How many hands are up? All of them are Nithyananda's witnesses. All of them are witnesses for my power. So with these witnesses, I give you the commitment. Make the intention, you will be here. And I actually tell you, inside when you iron out, outside ironing out is my responsibility. You move small incompletions, I'll move planets for you to be here. It will be the best investment. You will be doing it on yourself. And I also tell you, make your intention, that's enough. You will see suddenly money flows, time flows, everything flows, all the obstacles are removed and you are here. My blessings. Please go ahead.
Nithyanandam Swamiji, I'm Vikram from Chennai. I have a question about my MLM business. I got the blessings from you nearly around 1 year back for my MLM business. But till now I have not been able to make a single sign up.
No, listen.
Where is the mistake
listen,
I'm making?
Listen. You got my blessing. You did not give your blessing to it.
Okay.
Understand? My blessing is available everywhere. Always. And at least take the responsibility to assimilate my blessings. Look in, where are the patterns? How much of actual belief you have that you will be able to make it? What's the effort you put? What is actually, where are you? How that business occurs to you, how you occur to that business. Ask these basic questions. You will have answers. And if you straight point blank say, I had your blessings and still I have not made. Yes, my blessings are there. It is like people come and ask me, Swamiji bless us, we should have a kid. I say Tathastu. And then you come back after 5 years and say, we took blessings from 5 years from before and we did not have kids. My blessings are there. There. Come on. There is something you need to do. So understand how you are occurring to it. How that is occurring to you. I can say, my teachings are my blessings. My teachings are my blessings. Pick it up, pick up my teachings. That will make what you want as reality. The word blessings, you can always pick it up. Pick up my teachings, that is my blessings. That will only make what you want as reality.
Yeah, my name is Dushyant.
Go ahead.
My question is, right now I think we have many mantras and tantras which have been floated across, like we have, I think, Kanakadhara Sotram, Kuber Mantra. I think there are many combinations of Sri Yantra, Kuber Mantra. So I just want to ask you this, that is there a simple way and an accurate and more effective way of, accumulating wealth through ritual process?
Yes, I can give you from my experience and from the Agama. Sri Yantra is the most easiest, a very powerful. Get proper Sri Yantra anywhere available. It's called Sri Chakra. Anywhere available. Have it in your home and in your workplace. If you bring it, I can energize and give you also. Keep it. Whenever you find time, you don't have to chant any other mantra, just gaze at it. It's a DNA of the cosmos. Even if you gaze at it, your brain will have the same electric signals of that same shape. Whenever your brain activates the electric signals in the same shape of Sri Yantra, you become complete, overflowing with energy. You attract all the best things in your life. Simple, straightforward, directly from Agama. Agama means Sadashiva. Sadashiva's teachings.
One
Yes.
last question from San Jose Center. Sendil Sankarappan. Sendil is asking, Nithyanandam Swamiji, I invest in stocks thinking of getting huge returns, but lately have been taking a beating. I thought I was being too greedy, but based on what you said, it may not be that greedy. Do I keep applying courage and hold on to my investment applying courage and will perseverance, or take some loss like some people are advising? Thanks a lot, Sendil.
Sendil, I want to tell you, you are taking a beating in stock not because of your greed, but because of the Wall Street's greed. Understand? It's a very clear, a very scientific method of exploiting people's desire to have money. See, the whole
Shakshi Pramanas. Shakshi Pramanas are the experience of the millions of devotee disciples who are initiated by Bhagwan and sharing their experience. Here we have how she is decreasing her loan.
Examples. So I spent a good chunk of money in order to go see Paramahamsa Nithyananda at his ashram and attend his program. And I wasn't sure how I was going to pay back the money for it. And sure enough, once I got back, just through, as some people would say, coincidence, my husband ended up getting a large bonus from work, which was how we ended up paying back the money. And this was totally unexpected. And some people might think, oh, okay, well, that's just, a coincidence. But I have more examples to start proving that it's not. The other thing that happened was, it was actually back in the time when Calgary had a really large flood. And one of the money manifestations that happened to me was that during the flood, a lot of people were displaced from their homes and they had nowhere to stay. So my husband and I decided to offer up our home to a family in need. And I didn't know how we were going to, accommodate a family, but I thought, you know what, even if they just have to sleep on the couch, it's better than having no home if they want to stay in a home or they can't afford a hotel. So I had a family contact me after I placed an ad on Kijiji that our home was open. And through a few conversations, I found out that it would be a lot more comfortable for them if they were to stay in a hotel, because they had quite a few kids and their workplace was closer to downtown, and I'm quite far from there, so I don't think it would have worked out for them to stay at my house. So I talked to my husband about it, and we both said, okay, let's put this family up in a hotel for however long they need. And at the time, I didn't know how I was going to get the money for it. But I thought, you know what? Swamiji, my guru, he's initiated me into all these wonderful, amazing powers. So I'll just leave it up to the cosmos to figure out. If I give the money for them, the cosmos will support me. And that's a really important thought current to have about money, is if I give, life will support me. So that was one of the cognitions I had come up in my life. So long story short, we ended up paying for their hotel and, you know, put it all on the credit card. And again, wasn't sure how I was going to pay it off at the time, but it ended up that the hotel found out that we had been paying for them. I guess they told them at the front desk, the family that was staying there, and the hotel contacted me and said, you know, because this family's displaced and because of the flood, we want to help. So we're going to pay for their room for the whole time, and we're not going to charge you for it. And so I didn't end up actually having to pay anything for the hotel room. And a few restaurants around the hotel also found out just through word of mouth what we did. And they also gave them gift certificates for food at their restaurant so that that family could eat. So again, they even got food provided for them and their hotel free of charge. Examples.
The Shakshi Pramana, how powerful she gave her understanding, how she lived as manifesting wealth. Now with this, let's go to the instruction for manifesting decreasing loan and the Anima powers and the Pratyaksha Pramana.
Pratyaksha Pramana, scientific studies what can be measured, measuring the effect of being in enlightenment state. Deadlifting. Powerlifting exercises can be harmful to shoulder, lower back, and knee injuries, from muscle strain, tendons chronic to fractures. The deadlift exercise utilizes the entire posterior chain in the body and is considered one of the most effective full body muscle building exercises. However, deadlifts can pose a risk of spinal damage. Deadlifts place force on the spinal disc, especially when done with heavy weight. If you perform these exercises with a rounded or arched back, the amount of disc compression increases substantially and can result in bulged disc, pinched nerves, or other issues. Preparation and step-by-step personal coaching are necessary for novice who wants to lift heavy weight. Charts are given to indicate the average weight one can lift depending on the gender, height, weight, and level of training. Manifesting powers of Ashta Maha Shaktis, power of increasing the size of others. Mahima, how adolescents from Nithyananda Gurukul can effortlessly uplift double the weight he should be able to lift for his height, weight, and level of training. Manifesting power of Ashta Maha Shaktis, powers to lift huge weights effortlessly, also known as Lagima, power to make things lighter.
The Shastra Pramana, the direct words of Mahasadashiva, where Sadashiva reveals how this Shakti manifests. It is from the Paushkar Agama, Vidyapada, Patala 6. Lagima shigrage vitvam pankadhavapya majjanam mahima vyapya chasthanam brihadendriyadadribihi. You can take on the stage now.
Yes, so first we have Srinivas, who will be stepping up, and we'll take your weight first and see where you're at, and then we'll compare that number against the lift that you'll be doing. So if you want to just quickly step up and take your weight.
As you can see, Srinivasan Maharaj, a Rudra of the Nithyananda order, is stepping up on the weighing scale, and you will be seeing, as you can see, he is 54.1 kgs.
So 54 kgs. And on the bar, as I mentioned earlier, I got a little excited talking about this, is 115 kgs. And just to put this into perspective, I actually haven't lifted this weight in over 3 years. So what he's going to be doing is something I haven't trained and done in 3 years. And so I'm excited to see this. What he'll be comparing is up against, and again, this is very logical and there's a lot of numbers involved. He's lifting roughly 120 pounds more than somebody that is a beginner. which is completely insane because I'm assuming he hasn't been training. If I don't know how long he's been training for, but I don't think he's been training very long. And so 120 pounds more than a beginner he'll be lifting, and he's lifting a weight that I haven't lifted in over 3 years. So I'll let him take this.
So that's great. Srinivasa Maharaj, you can come up in the front. You can see Srinivasa Maharaj is getting into the position. As you can see, Srinivasan Maharaj has lifted.
I don't mean to be a stickler for form and all this, but when it comes to training, form is everything. You're going to get much more power if you have like exact form. And I can say his form was not correct, but it didn't matter. That's what's shocking, is that you were able to somehow muster the strength without having the correct base.
And Srinivasan Maharaj is just 54 kgs and he has lifted over 115 kgs just like that without any effort.
Set up all the camera and timestamp and Jnananjan for decreasing the loan. If you have a partner who would like to decrease a loan, you can ask the partner to join, explain the whole process to the partner, and then bring the partner to join the process. Set up the camera, take few minutes, download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure the timestamp is seen very clearly on the screen. Make sure the camera is facing you and the partner if the partner is available. It should be a wide angle view and a bright place in a quiet place. These are great moments of manifestation. So please do not forget to record all these moments. Guidelines to start the manifestation: turn on the video camera, apply the Jnananjan on your third eye, make sure the partner is sitting opposite to you, very relaxed, bringing the awareness to your third eye. In case you are manifesting the power for yourself, analyze what loans you have and write down and decrease the loan from your profile. In case you're doing for your partner, ask him to analyze and tell what all loans, ask them to write down everything, what needs to be reduced in their portfolio. Through the third eye, manifest decreasing the loan for yourself and your partner. Clearly see the loan, have the will persistent to just decrease the loan for yourself or your partner accordingly. Verify the manifestation is done. In the case of partner, ask them to verify the manifestation. Share the video authentically with your family and friends with a powerful cognition, and listen to others' experience of this power manifestation. Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shakti Pada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shakti Pada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shakti Pada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg, and the chicken will come out of the egg.
See, same way, Sadashiva, sitting, means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hence, sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me, why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminders. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes this external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. You need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, It just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness, from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya, pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here, Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness, through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password. and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Shakti.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency, and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnana Paramashivam. 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 Om Jnana Paramashivam.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnana Paramashivam. 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 Om
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivaham. Nithyananda Paramashivaham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivaham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Paramashivamam. Nithyananda 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 Paramashivamam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivamam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivamam.
Verify no video editing is done on the Shakti Avishkarna video. Make sure the video is stopped and restarted in the process of manifestation. Video are verified with a timestamp. All videos should have a wide angle view. You record the testimonial of yourself and your partner with the without tampering or any of the video recording. And it's authentic information. If you have if you can share those authentic information, that will be even more nice. Any of the wealth completion sessions where you have to pay some loan or where you have to pay for somebody else or somebody has to give you something, whatever was manifested as reality, share all the things which has happened to you past few months, how it has, these manifesting powers has really
turned your life into such a wealthy and peaceful life. Share all these points in your testimonial. Thank you so much for manifesting these powers.
Wonderful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar Manifesting Power Groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra. Thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Parameshivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham